going to bring businesses back. We're going to bring our business back. I want to take business back for Mexico. I want to take people that are leaving, like Carrier, bring back business. To bring back our jobs. About time. We're going to keep our business here. We're going to bring our business back. We're going to bring jobs back to America, folks. We're bringing jobs back to America.
I don't know how many times he's said it, but he said it a lot last night. Bring jobs back to America. Now, look who's here. Now, before you put... Oh, OK, you put the camera on him. That is Harley Lichtman. Too late. Now, this man was a Hillary Clinton fundraiser, a Barack Obama fundraiser. You've raised all kinds of money for Democrats for many, many years, but now... because Donald Trump is trying to bring jobs back, and because you run a high-tech staffing firm, you approve of Donald Trump, don't you?
Well, I approve of what he's doing in bringing jobs back to the United States, which I think is great.
It's great to have you back. It really is.
It's great to be here.
You're the guy who laughed your way through the Hillary Clinton campaign. You were sure she was going to win, and you were sure that Donald Trump was just awful. And now you've changed your tune, haven't you?
Well, on the job creation in the United States, I think it's great that he's called on CEOs directly. I think it's wonderful to tell them to keep jobs here. They focus mostly on the manufacturing sector, and I think the IT sector has been somewhat overlooked. Millions of jobs have been lost in this country going offshore, particularly to India, which is the epicenter of IT offshore. Genesis 10, the company that I founded, I'm the CEO of, creates jobs in this country and does the best of what they do offshore, and it's actually cheaper than offshore. The problem is no one factors in productivity, indirect costs, hidden costs, but if you measure any of that, we're actually cheaper than offshore.
Well, didn't you see this coming? I mean, you were a huge backer of Hillary Clinton. Didn't you see that this was coming, that Donald Trump would give us growth? He's been saying for years he would bring jobs back. He'd create jobs in America. Why were you so blind, Harley?
Well, we'll see. It's still early, everyone, right? We know that. So let's see what happens. But right now, I champion his mission to bring jobs back to the United States.
Okay, now, if Keith Ellison, the far, far left guy, if he runs your party, will you leave it?
That's a real tough question. We'll see what happens with that. I don't know. But right now, what's important is jobs in America.
No. Don't avoid it. Your party is going way out there to the left. Nancy Pelosi, re-elected to another term as leader of the House Democrats. Keith Ellison, very likely to become the chair of the DNC. Come on, Harley. There's no room for you in that party. You're a centrist Democrat. You're a decent guy.
Well,
Did I just say that?
Well, I like very much that Trump is focusing on bringing jobs back to the United States. I hope he stays with it, because if you really factor in... I'll give you one example, one data point. If you speak to CIOs, people who work in corporations and manage the technology departments, and technology is a component of all businesses, they'll tell you that 1.5 to 2 equal... offshore people equal one American resource. So that alone makes it cheaper in the United States. If I just use numbers, just general numbers, let's say you have a blended rate in India of $30 an hour, for example, and in the United States we'll charge $45 an hour. If you just factor that in, 1.5 to 2 resources offshore equal one American, already it's cheaper. Plus all the hidden costs, the indirect costs, trips to India, for example, or offshore places where the work is done, project managers to manage that work, all the rework, language nuance issue, we call it. So when you measure any of that, it's cheaper to do it here in the United States. Genesis 10 does that. Other companies do it. And so it's a great thing.
Do you realize I've just allowed this man a commercial?
Twice.
He raised money for Hillary Clinton. I give the man a commercial.
Well, it's about America creating jobs in the United States. That's important. I would have made more money. I would have made more money if I went offshore. It's not all about money. It's my civic responsibility as an American. I want to create jobs here. It's true, though.
What a guy. Wait a minute.
I mean that,
I got this for you. Jennifer Palmieri, former communications director for Hillary Clinton's campaign. She says, hey, Trump won because he provided a platform for white supremacists. Do you think you want to get off that and stop calling decent people racists?
I think there's a certain level of denial in the Hillary Clinton campaign.
There's an admission. Say it again.
They're going to be unhappy with me saying that.
There's a certain level of denial in the Hillary Clinton campaign. Do you
Without a
think
doubt.
that Trump
Oh, yeah.
won because he stressed, because you say he was a racist? Do you think he won that way? Do you?
Well,
Really?
it may have been some component, but I think overall there were many other factors. She can't run on a third term of the Obama administration. They were very poor in messaging. They forgot about the
don't
white
think-
working man in the Midwest.
I don't
They-
think you realize quite what you did to people like me. I have a multiracial family. There are 5 nationalities in my family, 3 races, and 2 religions.
That's impressive.
Yes, it is. I'm a League of Nations.
United Nations.
And Hillary Clinton calls me a racist, bigot, deplorable,
Well,
irredeemable.
You're not.
Thank you. Would you realize what that did to people like me when I'm called names?
That was a mistake. That was a mistake among many.
There's 2 new banners across the world. Holly, you're a good man, and we do appreciate you being with us. Thank you
My
very much
pleasure. I'm
indeed.
happy to be here.
And next time you'll give money to the Republicans. I know you will. I know. I just feel it in my bones, baby. Holly, thanks very much. I appreciate it.
All right, great.